You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Road Trends for Black and White Live. Wow. I didn't see this story coming back around the way it has, but all of a sudden, evidently LSU is still trying to get Lincoln Riley from the Oklahoma Sooners. And the way this story comes out, it's actually worded, it's insinuated, it actually just comes right out and says that Lincoln Riley may have already been hired by LSU. I don't know how accurate this is going to end up being, but it is a real thing. And it's from Fox News, and I'm by way of Outkick. LSU's football coaching search is looking like Lincoln Riley or bust. Quote, the Lincoln Riley hire may have already been made by LSU verbally. For LSU athletic director, Scott Woodward is as stealth and as smart as they come. Riley, a Muleshoe, Texas native, who was born in Lubbock, was a walk-on quarterback at Texas Tech, has been in the Big 12 most of his adult life. At this stage of his life, he could be wanting something new, an adventure, wanderlust. It could happen. Yes, Lincoln Riley is back at the top of the LSU coaching search, but he most likely never exited. There was a story that came out that thought he was out of the running. Looks like he never left the running. And do not count out Baylor coach Dave Aranda just yet either. It's not a surprise that Baylor just decided it was going to enhance his contract after Aranda's name grew hotter for the LSU job last week. It is also not earth-shattering or major news that Aranda said Wednesday on Fox Sports. I love it here. This is where I want to be, Aranda said, and I think the fit at Baylor is so strong. That is a non-denial denial. Very talented, highly sought after people often leave jobs they love because they find something that might be better. Not everyone who leaves a job leaves it because they hated it. Riley can be the LSU's new coach and still loved every minute of his time at Oklahoma. Quote, I coached the University of Oklahoma football team, Riley said last week when asked about the LSU opening. You guys know me. You know how I feel about this place and this program. Another non-denial denial. People often leave jobs they love for a new frontier and more money. Riley could very well become the LSU's new coach very soon. Despite a report to the contrary on November 17th that I mistakenly believed after writing my column on that date, then Riley was incorrectly... Okay, so let's repeat this. Then Riley was incorrectly excluded from a list of 3 candidates for the LSU job last week. If LSU does not get Riley for what could be something astronomical between $10 and $12 million a year, look for Aranda's name to resurface. Riley makes about $8 million a year now. Something could happen late this week, Saturday or early next week like Monday, as reported here last week. If Oklahoma wins at Oklahoma State, the Sooners will advance to the Big 12 championship and play Oklahoma State again. A better scenario for LSU may be if Oklahoma loses and Baylor beats Texas Tech on FS1 to reach the Big 12 championship game. Then Oklahoma would be done. Excluding a bowl game in a month, Riley could be introduced at LSU on Monday. If the Sooners advance to the Big 12 title game, things could be put off a week. Woodward did not seem like a man desperate for a coach over the Thanksgiving holidays as he is hunting with friends. He could have bagged his target weeks ago, with both parties waiting until the end of the regular season to announce the blockbuster. If Woodward pulls this off, and it could happen, LSU would be jettisoned to the national relevancy overnight and to the top of the college football news cycle like it hasn't been since winning the national championship 2 years ago. And what a fantastic hire it would be. Finally, LSU would have a true pass-oriented, progressive, action-packed offensive coordinator. So, they are saying Not only was the report that Lincoln Riley was out of the running not correct, they're taking it a step further and saying that it's very possible Lincoln Riley may have already been hired here. And they're just waiting for things to play out with Oklahoma's season to judge whether or not they can announce it as soon as Monday or have to put it all the way back maybe a week or more before they can come out with it. If you're an Oklahoma Sooners fan, yikes. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I thought if Lincoln Riley was to leave, it would have been for the Dallas Cowboys, and I figured that'd be the only job that he might consider taking was the NFL, Dallas Cowboys. I could see Jerry Jones come calling. Some have speculated Jerry's already come calling that, barked up that tree, but the money wasn't right. I find this crazy. I mean, I'm going to tell you why I find it so crazy. Number one, Oklahoma's such a good job. You know, he really likes it there, but the article does go on to state something. Look, a lot of people love jobs and love places they're working, but an opportunity comes along and they feel like they have to take it. Plus, let us recognize, I mean, Oklahoma's about to be in SEC country anyway. Okay? I didn't realize, I guess, that Oklahoma, and that's what's so surprising about some of these jobs. Like James Franklin was really flirting with USC, and he was dipping his toe in the LSU thing and all of that. And, of course, Penn State locked him up, so they locked Mel Tucker up, too, at Michigan State. But when I get to thinking and I go Penn State, Oklahoma, LSU, I figured the programs are all viewed about the same way on the national scale. But they're not. They're not. Even as big as Penn State is, LSU's considered bigger. I guess LSU is considered bigger than Oklahoma. As long as I've been watching college football, and that's been 40 years, I'm 46. I probably started watching college football when I was 6 years old. Even I couldn't sit here being in Texas and tell you that I thought Oklahoma was considered a smaller program than LSU on a national level. But maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I find that interesting. You also have to wonder if Woodward's got this deal done and signed, that's one thing. But if he hasn't, you can't rule out the fact that Oklahoma could swoop in here and offer Lincoln, $13 million a year, and he's like, "Whoa, I'm staying at Oklahoma." So, surprising, I saw this and was like, whoa, what's going on here? Lincoln Riley is not only still in the running, there's speculation he's already been hired. Wow, I wanted to make a video on this. Tell me what you think, Black and White Live fans. I'm sure some Oklahoma fans have come through here madder than Hades, but hell, I didn't break this news. I was like, why? It surprised me as much as it would anybody. My God, University of Texas. This is the kind of aggression you got to use to find a great coach. I mean, really, Sark? Stop it. Oh, peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.